Hi Crafty Friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have some stamping stuff that I wanted to share with you guys. I posted some reels or stories, or not stories, but shorts, showing how I stamped up these tags. This die set is from ScrapDiva Designs. It's the Halloween pocket tag from last month. And I have been stamping around here and there. Not consistently as I usually get into my modes, but I have been playing around with my rub-ons and the stamps that I have. So I just wanted to share a fun little project to kind of get us still thinking about Halloween. And I think this would be so cute for any occasion, obviously. But I did share how I made this in those videos, and I just wanted to talk a little bit more and kind of give you guys some examples of what I do. So I just cut out two white cardstock, and I just kind of left them blank, and then I cut out some of the casket that comes along with the die set, which I have here. It's this set here, and I'll link it in the description box. But I pulled out a few stamp sets from my collection. Like this one's from Studio Calico. This one's Elle Studio. This one's Studio Calico. Here's another Elle Studio. This one is from last year. It is Kerri Bradford. And then this one is from last year as well. It's Jennifer from Syncopation Designs. This is Studio Calico. I think this one's from last year. I think this one's from last year. These right here, all these don't stamp well, but this, I love this little wording there. This one's a Heidi Swapp. And then I also found some more rub-ons from the Dollar Tree from last year. I don't think I saw them this year, but I bought a bunch of them, and I think some were actually given to me in a swap, but I thought it'd be fun to kind of create something here, and I just wanted to play around and show you guys what I did. I'm using the Sassy Club black ink, and then I've also pulled out my distress ones from Tim Holtz that are with Ranger. And I'm going to get a little piece of black. I always have an extra sheet underneath just because I don't want to mess up my table. Although I do have the glass mat, and I have yet to I've used it, but for other stuff instead of stamping. I don't know. Okay, so we're just going to jump right in. And for this tag, I'm going to cut out this little ghost rub-on transfer sticker. And I'm going to place it in the center of the coffin. Now, I don't have a full plan of what I'm doing, but as I go along, I kind of figure it out. I usually just tend to play. Sometimes I have an idea of what I want to do, other times I don't. But for this, I decided I wanted to put it right in the center, and then I'm going to look for a stamp that has some wording, but I can't find anything that fits nicely or that will cover it. So I decide to go for this little circle stamp set, and it says this is Halloween, and so then I just kind of stamp it around. I really don't have a pattern as to where. I'm just kind of going with whatever I feel. Next, I am looking for something to put in the center of the little circle there, and I come across Jennifer's cute little candies here. It's a cute design, and so I decided to put those in there, and that is where I end up just taking the direction of making it something candy related. And so now I'm going to make sure my stamps are clean, because if not, they stay dirty, and they stay dirty forever. But I'm going to be looking for wording that has candy, something candy related. And I found this one from Kerri Bradford where it says, do not touch my candy, or don't touch my candy. But because it's long, I decide to only stamp half of it first. And you could also use some washi tape to cover up what you don't want to get ink, and then peel it off. I just kind of did it very carefully to make sure I only got the part that I wanted. And then I can go ahead and stamp. And now it says don't touch my candy. Now, there are some blank spaces on there, so I wanted to do something to add to that as well. And I find this candy set here from Elle Studio, and it also has a little option to add color, so I'm going to go ahead and add a pop of color to that with some orange to give it a little bit of that extra to the tag itself. And I could also color in the little candies that are inside the circle wording to add some extra color if I want, but I like the way this turned out. Next, I'm jumping over to the little pocket tag, and I have this idea to use the word wicked stamp, and I wanted it to have like a pop of color. So I ended up adding the orange wicked first, and then I go back over with the black and create a way to, or stamp over it so that it gives a bit of shading. And I love the way that looks. It turned out really cool. Now in my head I want to put a witch, but I can't find one, or I thought I didn't have one that would fit there, but Jennifer's stamp set from last year has a cute little witch, so I'm able to add her there, and she fits perfectly, although it gives me a little bit of space above her head. And I was kind of thinking, what else am I going to add to that? But I ended up opting for some bats here, as you can see in a second. I try to clean my stamps after every use, but it's not always perfect, so sometimes you'll see me just put them away, or I'll rub it on the sheet that I have there. But I found these stamps and I like the style of them, and so I just stamp a few of the large and then a couple more of the small size to kind of make it look like there's bats flying behind her. And then I wanted to add something else to her, but I can't find something that'll sit nicely next to her, so I opt for some wording, and I end up using, I think Hocus Pocus is what I end up using from Elle Studio from last year stamp set, I believe. And I think they still have it available this year. I'll look to see if they do. I will link it in the description box. Because some of these sell out, and once they sell out, they don't bring them back. It's a one and done deal. But here I add the Hocus Pocus, and I kind of overlap it on her just a little bit, just to kind of give me a little grouping there, little cluster of stamping, and I like the way that looks. I added a little ghost too. Next, I took Ellie Edwards' latest Halloween release, and I wanted to use a spider web to add to the back of the pocket on the other side, and I thought I'd add some orange just to kind of pull in some of that orange from the word wicked. And so I did it with a spider web, and I put it right at the edge so that when I glue it closed, you'll have that spider web right there, right at the edge. And I really like the way that turned out. It picked up the color really well. The quality on her stamps are so good. And then I went back to Kerri's Bradford's Halloween stamp from this year, from her collection. I really liked the design of it, but I did not prep it, and so I end up with some missing spots, and shame on me because I'm usually pretty good about prepping my stamps, but I haven't been playing with them as much as I'd like, and so I didn't prep it. And so now you see that I have a missing spots on the O and the A. So I decided to pull out some bats that I found, a little bat, and ended up covering those spots with the bat design. And that adds an extra little element to my stamp, or to the image, I mean. But as you can see, all taken care of, and I like the way the bats look. They look really cool. Now for this next pocket tag, I decided to stick with Kerri's Words stamps and added the having wicked good time to it right in the center. It fits so perfectly. These have worked out so well. And I decided that I wanted to add like a cute little witch cauldron to that little space. And then it also came, the stamp set came with the little witch hat. So I added the witch hat as well. Super cute, and it fits so well. So for this stamp set that I pulled out, I wanted to use the witch silhouette, and I put it on the other side of the pocket tag. She's a little bit large, but it ends up working out. I add a whole pattern to it. I took this Bewitched by You from that stamp set that had the cauldron, and I just kind of played around with stamping it all over, and just no specific pattern, just stamping all over. And it kind of fills up a lot of that white space. Now for the coffin tags, I'm just going to use the rub-on transfers to start off, and I'm going to add some stamping later on. I picked the bat just because I already had made one similar to this earlier, and then also the ghost, and I wanted to add a little pumpkin as well. Since the little ghost is leaning kind of towards the left side, I decided to put them more on that side. And when I cut the tail off, I thought it'd be cute to have it look like it's whipping around the other side of the tag. So I do add it there, and then I go ahead and add the pumpkin. These transfers on, or these rub-ons, are really cute. They did a really good job with them. Although I didn't see them again this year. I don't know if I saw any rub-ons. I know I saw some stickers, but I wasn't crazy about the design of them, so I didn't pick them up. But had quite a few of these, so I thought I'd play with them. Now next I'm just going to look for a stamp set that will fit nicely in there. I want some wording, but I kind of have to look for a bit. I used the Kerri Bradford from last year. Now I'm just going to add some more stamping. I do wipe off a little bit of excess because I don't want the whole wording on it. And then I just kind of play around with adding some design or the stamping to the edge of the tag. I was going to put the little ghosty there, but I didn't like the way that looks. So I took the Elle Studio set from last year, and I'm adding it to this little spotted edging, and I'm just going to kind of wipe off excess so it's not so dark, because I don't want it to be taken away from the design when the image is too dark. But I do it dark on this bat tag since I haven't really stamped anything, so I thought it'd be perfect to do it on the dark side over here. So I found this cute little circular bat stamp, and I thought it'd be perfect to add to the other little spots that are blank, just to give it a little bit of extra design to it and you don't have so much white. So here are my finished projects. This fun little stamp. Now I can just fold them up. Here's my little tags. Real simple, fast, super cute, you guys. Definitely check out the description box, because I'm going to list as much as I can of the stamp sets that I used. The pocket tag is from ScrapDiva Designs if you haven't picked it up. I think it's still available, and it can be used for year-round because it's a pocket tag. It'll be perfect for different projects. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this little process video, and I appreciate you guys stopping by. Come back for some more videos soon. Bye.